Hey everyone, Kelly here from Transformative Healing, and you can find me at kellyboyer.org. So I wanted to come on here today because, I've been going the last several months, well, actually, probably like the last 3 months, I've been going through a huge inner transformation. And that happens to a lot of healers. And I say healers, but it really does happen to everyone where we have those moments in time where it just feels so hard. And usually when it's feeling so hard and so difficult is because we as human beings and as spiritual beings are going through an inner change or an inner transformation. And so I wanted to come on here to share this with you because, like a lot of other people, when you start going through that transformation and that really difficult time, it's because you're actually receiving information from guide, source, whoever you want to name where it comes from, but you're actually receiving information, downloaded information. And what I've learned, the harder the download, the better the information is because it's really is preparing you mind, body, and spirit for what's coming next. So I wanted to share with you because in that transformation, I've received a lot of downloads, a lot of channeled information that has really shifted the way that I work. And it's intense. It's intense and it's accelerated. A lot of times while I'm doing it, I'm literally like holding on for dear life, going, wow, this is crazy. And it's also very cool to experience. So I just wanted to share a little bit about that channeled information that I received with you. Because, like I always say when I work with people, anything that I do, you can do. And I'm all about empowering people to really take control and just really find that inner strength to help themselves heal on their own, because we all have it in us. So the fact that I said we all have it in us, that's really where my healing has shifted. My healing has shifted for myself, for my clients that I work with, for friends that need help. I mean, it is a huge inner shift. So by no means anything that I say on here, if you do it a particular way, I'm not saying that this is wrong. This is just some information that I got. And, healing is a different journey for everyone. So whatever your journey is, please know that I truly have compassion for it, that I truly honor it. But I just want to share this with you as well, because maybe this could be another modality that you could use to heal. So I just want to talk about how we heal. And I feel like by giving that information and that awareness, it can really help people to just find their path or the way that really works for them when you're on your healing journey. And again, I just want everyone to feel empowered as they're doing this. So a lot of times when I've worked with people, I talk about healing being inner work, and it really is inner work. Even when you use the other ways that you do it, you really are doing inner work. But one night, as I was getting this information, my guide saying, you won't work. This is not working for you anymore. This is the new way in which you want to work. I really did have a lot of questions because for so long, the way that I was taught was, even through my guides when I started, was that, okay, I have something inside, right? That's triggering me that I need to heal. One that I'll share with you is anger. When I was younger, I never could be angry. I then transmuted my anger into frustration, which then came up into adulthood. And then all of a sudden, I'm getting all these triggers, and I'm like, ooh, I really want to feel angry. So I would, instead of going inside, and I know this is going to sound bizarre, but inside, going deep inside first, one of the things that I was taught to do was, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand out my energy, and I'm going to take a wider view and a wider angle at it. And then what I'll do is I'll then kind of go inside and see what's going on. Um, and that's fine if that's totally fine if that works for you, because for a long time it really worked for me. But what I discovered during these several months of this really difficult transformation is that there was something that I actually really was missing. And part of that was, we can expand out and have a wider view at it. But what it does is that it does kind of take us out of actually being able to go to it, through it, and beyond it. And we do kind of go to it, we do kind of go through it, we do kind of go beyond it when we're very expanded out. And yes, we have another view of it. But stick with me here, because I questioned that too. I was like, well, wait a minute. Like, if I stay inside with it, will I be as objective about it? Will I have the same type of compassion about it? Will I, right? But here is what I found so incredible is that when we go inside first, we have the greatest support of all, which is our soul. And when we go inside and we say, okay, soul, before I expand out, because we're still going to expand out when we do this, but before I expand out, I'm going to work with you. I'm going to let you, soul, wrap your arms around me, knowing that I'm safe. And I'm going to ride on this wild ride of really deep rooted inner healing. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. It was hard. It was, I don't even think hard is the word. It was so difficult and so challenging that as I was going through this, and even though I felt so safe and supported, I mean, I had emotions that were so heightened that I've never felt before. Kind of in a way, it was a bit scary for me, but I trusted that my soul had me. Literally, I could feel my soul just wrapped around my entire spiritual being, my entire human being, just sitting there going, I got you. I got you. You've got to do this. You've got to ride this out. So as I was going through and really working with that, and really going, I say in and out of consciousness, but really what's happening is that I have that conscious thought that then triggers the subconscious, and the subconscious begins to process it. And during that processing, I'm telling you, I felt a lot of things. I got really frustrated. I got really agitated. I got really sad at some point. Then as I was staying inside and processing it, I even started laughing because there was a part of me that realized um, that the solution, after really allowing my subconscious to process all of those resources, was really simple. And it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. But then after going through all of that, the next thing I was showed was, now it's time to expand out. So, as that information's coming in and it's staying internal and it's really rough, and I feel like I'm going through these really tumultuous waters, and it was hard, but totally worth the processing. So then what I did is I took all of that energy that I had inside of me, that is now was transmuted into something beautiful. That's what I took and then expanded out. And as I expanded out, and when I talk about expanding out, I'm talking about high, wide, it doesn't matter. As I began to expand that out, then I was really able to have a genuine connection with source. And even right now it's giving me chills, but it felt so amazing to have that connection, because I cleared out everything that was in the way, that was blocking it, that I needed to experience and ride through. And so once all of that was cleared and I was really able to connect with source, then the information was coming in so easily and so smooth. And I literally had a clear view of what it was that was going on. And I'm going to tell you, before, when I would just expand out, I mean, I had compassion and forgiveness. And, there was those things that I had to really kind of push through to be like, I have compassion for this. But let me tell you, once I met all that stuff head on, and then I was able to expand out, there were like, the compassion that I had was indescribable. The forgiveness that I had for myself and for that other person, that it was my mother that kept triggering me. The forgiveness that I had for her was beyond anything that I had ever experienced. So the reason that I'm saying this is because a lot of times, again, I'm going to go back, we're taught when we go in to heal something, we usually, again, we expand out first, but we're expanding out. And I'm not saying that when we expand out, we don't get in touch with source or really feel that energy. But what's happening is inside, there's still those blocks. And although we can continue to work through them, oftentimes what I've experienced, even with clients, is when we've done that and we've worked through that, they've come back again with kind of the same issue. And you think, well, I thought we worked through this, but there must be more stuff. Well, here's my thing, is what I'm going to tell you. Again, what I learned, very intense, very accelerated, very hard, 100% worth it. Because when you're on the other side of that, whatever it was that you were needing healing is gone. And so I just want to encourage people that first, instead of expanding out the energy that you have, work with what you've got that's in your body, that's there, that came with you to help you really being a spiritual being with a human experience on this planet, which is your soul. Use that help that you have with your soul. It is amazing once, again, I would say once you get through the hard stuff, but even when you're going through the hard stuff, you're so supported and so loved and so cared for that even if it's scary, you know that it's safe. So you want to keep doing it. And once you do that and you work through that, and then you take that expansive view, I'm going to tell you, not only do you see the situation as not a situation anymore, but you also get this clear path of where you're headed and where you can be. And it is beautiful. It is amazing. So a lot of times when I work with clients, I always tell them it's going to be really hard when you work with me. Well, now I'm going to tell you it's going to be really hard when we work together. But I promise you, if you trust the process and you allow yourself to connect inside, like really inside with the safety of your soul, what you'll experience on the other side of that is like the only word I can say, it like, well, probably amazing, and it'll feel like a miracle. And then your vision will open up so wide that you will be able to see and feel very empowered to know that the next steps that you take are the ones that you created, the ones that are meant for you, because you took whatever all of those blocks were, you literally went to it, through it, and beyond it. So I just wanted to share this information. I hope that it does resonate with you. I would love to share more information at another time about that inner deep healing, but I'm just going to suggest from now on, start inside. No matter how difficult it is, just be like, soul, I'm really ready to do this. And you'll know when you're really connecting with that, because your sadness is going to be, I mean, it's going to be heightened, and it's going to be intense. If you have anger, your anger is going to be intense. If you get frustrated, it's going to be intense. That's just what's going to happen. But I can tell you, if you're happy, you're going to be happy. You're going to experience that true joy at the end of it. But all in all, like, trust your soul to take care of you. That's why you have a soul. That's why it came in, because it knows exactly what you're needing to heal. It knows exactly how to just comfort you, keep you safe, and let you know that as you're going through this experience, whatever that may be, that it's got your back, and it literally has got your back. So, all right, everyone, I just wanted to share that really quick. I hope that it helps. I hope that it helps all of you, even if it just helps some of you. But I just want to encourage you, try that way first. Let's try going through the really rough waters first, then expanding out and getting the lesson that we're needing to have, getting the big picture view of whatever it is that we just had to go through and process. All right, everyone. Thank you again from my heart to yours. So much love. Until next time. Bye, everyone.